The resistance team raced across the frozen tundra, guided by the faint signals emitted by the obelisk network. They were searching for the Sentinel, the ancient guardian that had tested their resolve before. Somewhere, hidden among Earth's untouched wilderness, the Sentinel waited. Commander Reynolds addressed the team as they prepared to enter a dense forest. The Sentinel's last appearance was at the Antarctic obelisk. If it knows how to stop the Ancient Ones, we need to find it fast. No mistakes this time. Private Lila loaded her rifle, her voice steady. Mistakes? I think we've passed that point, Commander. We're on borrowed time. Dr. Markov adjusted her portable scanner. The Sentinel's energy signature is faint, but traceable. If we follow the obelisk's energy pathways, we should find it. But we'll need to move quickly. The Ancient One's ships are closing in on Earth. The group moved cautiously, their steps muffled by the thick underbrush. Every shadow seemed to pulse with unseen dangers, and every sound reminded them that they were never truly alone. They pressed forward, determined to find the answers they desperately needed. Hours later, deep within the forest, the team stumbled upon a clearing. At its center stood the Sentinel, its massive form partially obscured by swirling mist. Its glowing eyes locked onto the team, and its voice echoed across the clearing. You have returned. The obelisks stir, and the Ancient Ones awaken. Why do you seek me? Reynolds stepped forward, his weapon lowered. You told us the obelisks were guardians of balance. But now they've become a beacon for destruction. How do we stop the Ancient Ones from reaching Earth? The Sentinel's expression was unreadable, its voice heavy with ancient knowledge. The Ancient Ones created the obelisks to restore balance to worlds teetering on the edge of ruin. If they have awakened, it is because your world has reached that edge. Markov interjected, her tone urgent. We're not asking for a history lesson. We need solutions. Can the obelisks be controlled or shut down before they arrive? The Sentinel tilted its head, considering her words. To control the obelisks, you would need access to the central node beneath the ocean. But even if you gain control, the Ancient Ones will not stop. They will come for what is theirs. Ria's voice cut through the tension. Then how do we fight them? The Sentinel paused, its golden eyes narrowing. The obelisks hold power, but to weaponize them is to risk destruction. The choice is yours. Seek to control, or prepare to destroy. Either path leads to sacrifice. The team stood in stunned silence, the weight of their options sinking in. While the team deliberated, the obelisk network's signals suddenly surged, sending shockwaves across the planet. The Sentinel turned its head skyward, its voice filled with warning. The Ancient Ones draw closer. Their ships have entered your moon's orbit. Your time is nearly gone. Reynolds clenched his fists. Then we don't have a choice. We head for the central obelisk and figure it out on the way. We'll fight them if we have to. Markov hesitated. If we make a mistake, Commander, it won't just be us who pays the price. It'll be the entire planet. Reynolds' voice was firm. We're already out of time, document. It's now or never. The Sentinel raised its arm, a glowing map appearing in the air. The central obelisk lies in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, protected by a barrier of energy. Only one of you can enter, the one who has proven their resolve. The rest must face what awaits on the surface. The map disappeared as the Sentinel stepped back into the mist. Choose your path wisely. The Ancient Ones will not be merciful. With that, the Sentinel vanished, leaving the team alone with the map and the impossible task ahead. Back at the Resistance base, the team gathered their resources and prepared for the most dangerous mission of their lives. The central obelisk was not just their last hope, it was their greatest risk. Markov worked tirelessly, analyzing the Sentinel's map and gathering data on the Pacific Barrier. The energy field protecting the central obelisk is strong enough to repel even the Arcturians. We'll need a specialized vessel to breach it, Ria nodded. I've already secured a prototype submersible from one of the old research labs. It's not much, but it'll get the job done. Lila leaned against the wall, her voice soft. And what happens when we get there? Do we even know what we're supposed to do? Reynolds stood at the center of the room, addressing the team. We don't. But we've made it this far by relying on each other. We'll figure it out. If this is our last stand, then we're going to make it count. The team exchanged grim nods. They were soldiers, scientists, and survivors, but above all, they were humanity's last hope. Before the team could depart, alarms blared across the base. A scout rushed in, panic etched across their face. The Ancient Ones have begun attacking. Their ships are targeting major cities across the globe. Screens lit up with images of devastation, monolithic ships hovering over cities, unleashing beams of energy that disintegrated entire buildings. The Ancient One's assault had begun. Reynolds barked orders. "We don't have time to wait. Rhea, Lila, get the submersible ready. Markov, stay here and coordinate with the resistance. I'll lead the surface team and buy you the time you need." Markov grabbed his arm. "You're risking everything, Commander. If you fail..." Reynolds gave her a determined look. "Then we fail together. But we're not going down without a fight." As the team split into two groups, the resistance fighters prepared for a battle unlike any they had ever faced. The Ancient Ones were here, and Earth's final stand had begun. Rhea and Lila piloted the submersible through the churning waters of the Pacific, the obelisk's energy barrier growing stronger with every mile. The craft creaked under the pressure, the glowing barrier looming ahead like a wall of fire. Inside the vessel, Lila's voice was tense. "Are we sure this thing can handle it?" Rhea smirked, her hands steady on the controls. "Guess we're about to find out." As they breached the barrier, the submersible's instruments went haywire. Lights flickered, alarms blared, and the vessel shook violently. But then, everything went silent. Ahead of them, the central obelisk rose from the ocean floor, its massive structure glowing with an otherworldly light. This was it, the heart of the network and the key to humanity's survival. Rhea's voice was barely a whisper. "We made it. Now, let's make it count." As the submersible approached the obelisk, the team prepared for the final confrontation. The Ancient Ones were here, and the fate of the world rested on their shoulders.